There is a popular song called Istanbul, Not Constantinople, which tries to explain why the city of Constantinople is now called Istanbul. The song has been re-recorded by different artists and has different music videos. So for this video, I'm referring to the one with the duck. The song's reason for the change is simply that the people living there thought the word Istanbul was better, aka the Turks. Though that statement is true, the song is not very defined and has some problems. So I'm going to be talking about the actual reason why the change occurred.
Istanbul was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople, been a long time gone.
The city did not actually start as the city of Constantinople. Rather, the city of Byzantium is the one to hold that title. The city was established by Greek colonists in 657 BC. The city was situated in the strategically important Strait of Bosphorus, which connects the Mediterranean and Black Seas. This meant that there was consistent traffic through the port, causing the stable economy to be established. The placement also caused many foreign invasions. Those invasions don't really matter for this video, but just know that Byzantium was an independent city by the time the Romans began expanding their influence. The Romans and Byzantines had a stable relationship, which allowed for the continued existence of the city until about 192 AD. The Byzantines had supported Niger, Syria, instead of the future Emperor Severus, during a civil war happening at that moment. Severus then sieged and destroyed the city. Even though the city would be rebuilt, it would stay under Roman control. Things would improve for the city in later years, however, with the introduction of Constantine I. Constantine was choosing a new capital for the Roman Empire after conquering the old Tetrarchy. Instead of putting the capital in Italy, the emperor decided to put the capital in the east, where the economy was mostly based. As such, he chose Byzantium for his new capital due to its strategic and economic opportunities. It was also easy to defend, which would help the empire survive until 1453. In honor of the new capital, Constantine named it after himself, founding the city of Constantinople. The city of Constantinople thrived as the new capital of the Roman Empire. Sadly, the western half continued to fall, and in 476, the Western Roman Empire was destroyed, give or take a few years. The east would continue to thrive, however, even successfully retaking Italy, northern Africa, and Iberia under Justinian. The empire would begin a steady decline, however, mostly due to the rising religion of Islam. Even with these setbacks of various Islamic nations and the Mongols, the city still seemed to thrive. The empire continued to shrink, however, with the Christian Europe in the north taking land in the Balkans and Islam continuing to push from the south. The city itself would only truly begin to fall with the Fourth Crusade, when Christian crusaders on their way to Egypt stopped in Constantinople and got involved in local politics. The crusaders ended up sacking the city in a way, causing Constantinople to lose population. Eventually, the Ottoman Empire, the newest of the Islamic nations, began to expand into the final parts of the Eastern Roman Empire. Eventually, the only parts that remained in the empire were some land in Greece and the capital itself. Eventually, the Ottoman Empire, under Mehmed II, besieged the capital. The last emperor, Constantine XI, fought valiantly, but was to no use. The Ottoman Empire took over the city, and in the next few decades took out all other split-off states of the Romans. You might think this is when the city was renamed to Istanbul, but you would be wrong. This is when I think the song and its corresponding video are wrong. It seems to depict the Ottoman Empire when in the entire history of that empire, it was never renamed to Istanbul. Even though the word Istanbul was never an officially recognized name for Constantinople, this is when the word itself does come into play. The word Istanbul means in the city or to the city. The word became popular for locals and others, but will never be officially adopted by the Ottoman Empire. The city was only officially renamed to Istanbul after the fall of the Ottoman Empire. After the empire's fall in 1922, the new Turkish state, led by Mustafa Kemal, was creating a more Turkish identity, which led to the name change in 1930, 23 years before the song was released. So in summary, it's Istanbul, not Constantinople, because there was a need for a more Turkish identity in the nation of Turkey.